Hello and good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We are officially 1 week away from Thanksgiving. So I hope you all are ready. I hope you all are prepared because it is coming whether you like it or not. We are at the holiday season. Today we're going to go arc raiding a little bit. We've got some missions to do this morning, and I'm still just really enjoying this game. So we are going to arc raid this morning and have a good morning. Let's check out our missions here. We need to damage leapers, damage queens, open arc probes, and damage flying enemies. So let's check out our inventory. Our inventory is a little full right now, so let's do some repairing. We need to do a lot of we need to do arc probes real bad here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some arc probe moves here. We're gonna do some schmoves, as the kids say. We got a lot of good stuff here. As you can see, we've been hoarding up some stuff lately. We've been doing a good job of surviving. Actually, I'm gonna curse myself by saying this. I just know at the saying that I'm gonna have so much regret for this. But we haven't died a whole lot lately. We've been making it through pretty good. So we actually don't have any more inventory room because we've been surviving so much that we haven't had to worry about restocking our gear. And again, I know it's real deadly to say that out loud. There we go. So we got some ammo. So we're going to destroy flyers, and we're going to open arc pods. Flyers and arc pods. Oh, and the dam has an increased amount of probes. So, yeah, it is meant to be. And this morning we are sipping on a pumpkin spice latte coffee, and it is disgusting. Every time there's a new flavor of like coffee stuff, I always enjoy trying it. I like to try the zero sugar. I like to support zero sugar. I like to get a taste for it. And this one's truly bad. I guess maybe pumpkin spice is not for me, but like I feel like pumpkin spice doesn't belong in like a coffee drink. I understand people love their pumpkin spice lattes, but also like your pumpkin spice latte isn't coffee. It's 90% milk, right? So it's pumpkin spice flavored milk and sugar. And that, of course, that tastes good. But when you just have like a pure coffee flavoring, it's not nearly as good. So hashtag regerts on that one. So we're going to be watching the sky. We need probes falling down from the sky unto us. We're looking for leapers and flyers to decimate, looking to destroy all those things, and we're avoiding other players. I have not personally experienced this, but I've had a lot of people saying that the rats are out in full force, the backstabbers, the betrayers, and that it's getting a little violent out here in the game. So we are going to be cautious, very cautious, and we need arc circuitry to fix our shield because our shield has taken a lot of abuse, and that only comes out of probes. And there's an increased amount of probes, so this should be fairly straightforward. I hear gunshots already. That's not what we want to hear. There was a really interesting thing someone was talking about, how the second that like the first gunfire in the game immediately like destroys trust of the whole lobby. Once people start hearing gunshots, it makes them far more likely to then attack someone else because they're nervous and scared. And I don't know if there's any science to back that up. I believe it wholeheartedly, and I would love to see some studies done on it to see, okay, does the the firing make people more nervous? Because it certainly does for me. When I hear gunshots, I immediately think, okay, someone's already backstabbing someone. People are trigger happy, and now that they hear that, they're going to be worried about their loot, and it's going to be a harder run overall. So that spider thing over there was the leaper we need to destroy. Now, typically, if we hang out in here, that leaper is fairly easy. So let's make sure there's nothing in here really quick. There's usually like little spider things and ticks in here that that backstab you. So it looks like we're fairly clear in here, so we should be good to engage this leaper. Let's teach him a lesson. If I could aim, that would be nice. Alright, that's one problem solved. I see someone.
Don't shoot!
I see someone. Hopefully they're in a kind mood. We're going to help them out here. We're going to blast that thing out of the sky for them. Let's make sure... We're not going to sneak up on them. We're going to get closer because we need that leaper, but we're going to... Oh, that's what we need. Hello. Oh boy, oh boy. It's mad, it's mad. Real mad. Miss. There's a hit. Okay. What's the difference between virgin olive oil and extra virgin olive oil? I think the actual answer is the processing. I believe the amount of, like, quote, virgin, extra virgin versus regular means that they have processed it more heavily. They're using more, like, post-processing, things like that. I think that's actually the answer. Okay. That other guy is shooting at this thing. Hopefully he just wants to destroy this thing like me. I'm not going to step out there, though, because he's...
Hey, don't shoot! I won't.
Okay. Alright, let's take it down, then. Where did it go? It, like, jumped off the face of the earth. Where did it go? Oh, it went way down there. Okay. Oh, we're running. Oh, we just barely survived that. Oh, it's big mad. There we go. All yours.
Alright, thank you.
Now watch, that guy's gonna shoot me in the back. I have a feeling, I have a terrible feeling about this, that guy's gonna shoot me in the back. I helped him out, and now I'm gonna get Lennied. Lennied, was it George or Lenny from, of Mice and Men, the Look at the Rabbits? Is that George or Lenny that gets the unfairness to the back? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've read that book. Alright, this is what we need right here. This is what we came for. We came for the arc probes. So let's open up a probe. I'm unsure if that thing's going to be able to see me from way up there or not. Well, look at that. We destroyed that Tattler pretty easy. Alright, give me the loot. The delicious loot we have come for. Come on, arc probes. Yes, arc circuitry. That is what we needed. Grab some of that. Grab those. Give me more. Need that. Need that. Yes. Yes. Okay. And... okay. Delicious. Okay, that's what we were searching for. We also need the snitch scanner, so we'll grab one of those. Sensor, snitch scanner. Perfect. All right. We're off to a pretty good start here. Again, every time I say that, I know I'm just increasing my chances of getting shot in the back, but we're doing okay so far, you know? We're not dealing with anything too harsh. So let's go see if we can find another probe. I guess we should also check that leaper and see maybe if he left anything behind for us. Like if he didn't take, I want to say milk it, but that's the wrong word. If he didn't take all the loot off of it, you know, there might still be something delicious for us. Looks like he's struggling to destroy that wasp also, so we'll help with that. Kaboom, as the kids say. Look at that. We're out here making schmoves as I break my ankles. Okay, we're looking for... there was a probe that landed over there. The problem is the probes also randomly shoot off into the sky. So it's probably too late. So we're probably better off waiting for another probe to land and going and hunting that rather than running to one. There it is. Okay, that's what we're going to go hunt that one down. Dibs. We're calling dibs on it. I've also seen quite a few videos of people riding those probes. Kind of funny if you can get to a probe in time and then climb on top of it. When they jet off into the air, you can ride it like a rocket ship into the sky, and that's pretty excellent. Okay, where did it land? We saw it coming over here somewhere. I guess I should have been paying attention better to where it was landing. I think it was over here. Maybe it was up there? More up that way? We should be able to hear it when we get close. It makes like a distinct pinging noise, so... maybe? Okay, yep, I just heard a ping, so it's somewhere back here. There's someone over there getting shot at. Usually I'd help out, but I don't want to get involved right now. There it is. Okay. We're going to let them fight it out, and we're going to just sneak over here very quietly and take what is ours. What is this game? This is Arc Raiders. It came out about, I want to say about 3 weeks ago now. It is a PvEVP extraction shooter. Like Escape from Tarkov. And the AI is pretty darn good. Like, the enemies are really smart. The loot is a lot of fun. It's an absolute blast of a game to play. I highly recommend it if you can stand PvP. There's a lot of times where you will get absolutely bodied by people in completely unfair ways. I love the game. I personally am putting this one all the way up at like Game of the Year status for me. I absolutely love this game. Jonathan's here. Good morning, Jonathan. Good morning. It is a good day so far. I lost another pound, so we are making progress on the weight loss journey. Very excited about that. How are you doing? So, like I said, the game is Game of the Year for me, but there is that huge caveat. If you don't like PvP, or you get easily frustrated, because there are like times where I've been in this match for 12 minutes unlocking things and getting stuff done, but if I die, I lose absolutely everything. So there are a lot of players who will just sit at the extraction, because you can only leave going through a extraction point. They'll just sit there and wait for someone to come through, then they'll headshot them and loot all their gear, and you'll lose everything. So it is entirely possible to lose 10, 20, 30 minutes of progress in a matter of seconds. And once that happens to you like twice or 3 times in a day, you know, you're talking about losing hours of time. That gets real frustrating real fast. So if you don't enjoy that, you will hate this game because there is no PvE only mode. You have to play with other players, and other players can sometimes be a little scummy. Doing good. Got some cough, can't seem to get rid of. Thank you for losing the encouragement. The cough is going around. There is a sickness that has been going around. I caught it. I gave it to Emmy. It's been going back and forth. That it is a persistent cough. Fever is awful. Do not recommend it. If you can avoid it, avoid the cough, the ick. I'm very happy to have lost this pound. I still have a lot more to go, but you know, at this point, it's 1 pound at a time, right? It's one day at a time, 1 pound at a time, and progress is progress. The hard part is going to be, now that it's the holidays, you know, not accidentally gaining it all back, right? Like, it's so easy to overeat on Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that. That'll be the true test of will here, is not losing it. Someone just got bodied over there. Let's go check out what happened over here. Let's see if Ark got him or people got him. The cool thing, though, is you can also help other players. Like, for every person who's just out here taking out other players, there's people helping people. Last night, I was playing a game, and I saw someone get downed, and I helped him. I bandaged him up, and I helped him crawl to extract. See if we can help this guy out. And he got to keep all of his gear because I helped walk him out of danger. So, like, you can be a jerk and third-party someone, or you can be a part of the solution and help them escape with their life, right? So it's really cool when you get to help other players, and like this guy's in trouble. He's out in the open, so I'm going to help him. See, now that guy gets to live and keep his loot because I intervened and helped him. But the thing is, like, he gets the full opportunity. He could just come up and shoot me right in the back now and take my stuff too. So it's like that cautious alliance of, all right, I helped you out, please don't shoot me now, you know? I hear another probe. That's what we're here for, is the probes. Where's that? I like that you can help other players too. Not a lot of games are like that. It creates really... I know that a lot of game companies use this word, so I hate to overuse the word or use buzzwords, but it really does create dynamic moments. When you meet another player, you have this instant fear of, will they shoot, will they not shoot? And if they end up helping you out, you know, you can make these big friends and do these huge plays, or just as easily you can be stabbed in the back and lose everything. And that's when people say dynamic moments, that's what it really feels like. Oh, is this gonna be one of those good moments? Is this gonna be one of those bad moments? We don't know. And I really enjoy that style of gameplay. It's really exciting for me. It keeps it fresh, it keeps it open. But I also understand why people wouldn't enjoy that style of gameplay, right? I understand, again, that if you've only got an hour to play a day, and then your hour is wasted because someone decides to be a jerk and take you out, like, I can see where, like, hey, this game isn't fun for me because I can only play an hour a day, and every time that I play for my hour a day, I make no progress because someone comes and destroys me. I can see where someone's like, hey, that's not fun for me, so I don't enjoy the game. So that's why when I recommend the game, it's always with a huge, like, hey, you have to be prepared for absolute destruction because it will happen. And your trust is permanently damaged after that point, right? The first time you make a friend and you walk to the exit together, and you know you do all this hard stuff together, and then they stab you in the back. The first time that happens, you will never trust another player the same way again. Like that puppy dog love and trust is lost forever in that moment. All right, Jonathan, have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Always good to hear from you. Hope you have a good day. Hope work is not too bad.
Don't shoot!
I'm just here to loot these things, so if I can open it up and click on it, I'll get the points for it and you can loot it.
Oh, no worries. No, they haven't seemed to have anything I need right now.
Awesome, thank you. See? That dude came and helped me out, and... But now he's looking at me real suspicious. I think he's thinking about whether or not to betray me. Looking real suspicious there, pal.
That being said, you wouldn't happen to have a single industrial battery, would you?
Industrial battery? Let me check. Nope, just arc coolant. It looked like a battery, but it's just a coolant thing.
No worries. I'm on the hunt for 2 more for one of the station upgrade things.
Good luck out there.
Yeah. Alright. I'm probably gonna go ahead.
I think I'm going to leave too. You want to extract together up here? My gear is busted. I'm out of ammo. This guy seems friendly. We're going to take the risk. We're going to take the risk that he doesn't shoot me in the back. The Amazing Spider-Man, good morning. I am honored to have Spider-Man in my stream this morning. That is an excellent name and an excellent avatar. We love Spider-Man here, although I will say I have a little brother complex. Back in the day there was a bunch of Spider-Man game you could play, and I used to play with my brother, but because I was always player 2, I had to be Venom. So I personally like Venom more than Spider-Man, but I fully blame that on old NES games that didn't allow me to play Spider-Man. And now I have some sort of complex and like Venom more. But the Across the Spider-Verse movies, Into the Spider-Verse, those are some of the best movies of all time. Thank you. All right, let's unload our backpack. We gotta fix some stuff here. We got 1 star, 2 stars for opening arc probes. We got some orange color. That is actually excellent. Fun fact, orange is my absolute favorite. If you couldn't tell from my backgrounds, orange is my absolute favorite color. So let's go put on some orange gear. We need to make some more ammo too. We are low on ammo. Let's craft us some of that. Let's upgrade our skill tree. And let's check out our new orange coloring. Still unlocking the gas mask, so we don't have all that unlocked yet, so we'll wait a little longer on that, but let's put on our orange bog walker. Thank you for your kindness. Alright, so we still need to take out flying arc enemies and damage leapers is our goal. Let's see. We also need to craft some more of these. And what else do we need to craft some of? Grab some bandages. You need peak entertainment. I try, you know, that's my goal every morning, is to just have a nice, chill, fun stream for people to wake up and start their day in a good way. And that has always been my goal, is just have a nice, chill, good start to the day. All right, we're gonna play a riskier match. Actually, no, wait. We got our probes. We're gonna go for a higher risk thing here. Here we go. We're going to repair this. We are going to unequip our shotgun. We're going to learn that. Don't need shotgun ammo. And we are going to equip our hole cracker, our grenade launcher, and we're going to go hunt some big game enemies. Let's grab some shields. Let's grab some bandages. One defib just in case. 48 booms. All right, we're going to go hunt the big game. There's a couple pieces I need from some of the big monsters out in the buried city. So let's go take them out. I don't know why it's so quiet in here this morning, but you're the only one here, Spider-Man. You're literally my hero. You're the only one here. I don't know why. Usually I have a few regulars here, so it's just kind of a quiet day. But what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do when no one shows up to stream? Maybe it's Arc Raiders? I don't know. Maybe people just don't like Arc Raiders? Alright, we got 43 shots. We need to find the Leaper, we need to find the Flyer, and we need to find the Bastion. Those are the three that we're hunting. Looks like something over there. We don't need that, though. This is really... And thank you. I try. I know... As well as saying, I know I'm never going to be a big streamer. You know, I'm never going to be Mr. Beast or... I don't even know enough Big Ninja or any of that. Like, I can't even think of big streamers. I know I'll never be the big streamers, but I can do my part. You know, I can have my 1 or 2 people in here and start my mornings off well. So that's what I do. Oh, there's the Leaper we need. Okay. We need that, dude, but also this is a terrible spot to have to fight this Leaper in. So... Oh, it fell. Excellent. Come on. Boom! Leaper solved. I believe. I don't even think it's a matter of believing in me. I just, you know, it's the same thing with YouTube videos, right? Like every second, there's like 5,000 YouTube videos uploaded to YouTube. Like there is a massive amount of content being put out every second. So every time you upload a video, not only are you fighting against the 5,000 videos uploaded that second, but you're fighting against 20 years of entertainment already created and all things like that, right? So like the chances of actually being seen are so minuscule that you have to depend on the algorithm. A lot of it, like a lot of people talk about like, oh, you need to have optimization and hooks and things like that. And like it all helps, definitely. But at the end of the day, it's still a gamble, right? You're rolling the dice on whether or not the algorithm is going to say yes or no. And in fact, you'll see even big creators say, oh, I upload this, I only got a couple hundred views, so I re-uploaded it at a different time, and then boom, I got a bunch of views, and they made zero changes, right? That has nothing to do with skill or talent. That is 100% pure luck. Oh, that guy took that thing out. I could blast that guy. He doesn't see me. I could destroy him and take everything, but I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that jerk who ruins that guy's day by shooting him in the back and stealing all his stuff. Yeah, 7.3, you know, it's... Here's the thing, like, 7.3 sounds huge compared to, you know, people who are just starting out, but also, like, I've been doing this for 5 years, so when you look at doing this for 5 years and still only having 7,000 subs, there's a lot of people who would call that failure, right? Like, holy cow, you've been doing this for 5 years and you only have 7,000 subs? Like, there are people who make it in just a few years. Yeah, I've been streaming for 5 years. Long time. Not all on here. Like I started on TikTok. I tried Twitch for a while. I came to YouTube. I went back to TikTok. I lost my TikTok account. So, whoa. Yes, I have a regular daytime job. There is no way I can support myself by just streaming. Like I do not make enough money streaming. So that's what makes the job so hard. Like the only way people make it as a streamer is truly as a labor of love and passion. Cause like I do my stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then on top of doing that stream, then I have to go do my regular job, and then, you know, there's still all the other things you've got to do in your regular life, right? You've still got to grocery shop, you still got to take care of yourself, you still have to do all the other things, so this is 100% a labor of passion that it doesn't pay the bills, but I still come out here and do the stream because I truly enjoy streaming. I truly enjoy hanging out with people in the morning, making the day a little bit better. It gives me a chance every now and then to evangelize and talk about my faith and how much God has changed my life. So it's truly a work of passion. I really don't get a whole lot out of streaming, like monetary wise. Thank you for the sub. I truly appreciate that. I really enjoy when my regulars come and hang out and I get to see them in the morning. Like, that really does make my... I know every streamer says it, like, oh, you know, it's so important to me, it makes my day. It truly makes my day when people come and hang out with me in the morning. Like, it really does make a difference on my day. This is a terrible, terrible place to fight this dude. I really should have picked a better location. We got him. Holy cow, we got him. So thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. And I appreciate a chance, just like I said, just to chat with people, start my day off right. Like, it really is an awesome way to start the day. I encourage everyone, like, you have so much fun streaming. I encourage everyone to try it. But again, it has to be a work of passion, or you're gonna burn yourself out trying to actually make it as a stream. It requires so much work, and it'll make you depressed so fast. Might not show up due to time zones. Yeah, that is my other problem, is I have to stream before work, which means I'm out here streaming at 5 a.m. Pacific time. So I know that my time zone is a little weird, that a lot of people stream, you know, after dinner or stuff. So I actually get, one of the cool parts about streaming at my early time zone is that I get a ton of people, like, from India and the UK and all over the world, because my time zone is so strange. I don't actually get a lot of people from the USA because they're all at work. And instead, I'm out here streaming early in the morning. So it's really kind of fun to stream early in the morning, so you never know what you're going to get. 11:30 p.m. Okay. 11:30 p.m. That means you're about 6 or 7 hours behind me. That would put you somewhere in, like, Australia, New Zealand? Boom! Boom! We like explosions here. Look at all those explosions. I see someone over there. How did you guess Australia? like I said, I get a lot of people from all over the world in my streams because of the time that I stream. So I've gotten really good at figuring out time zones based on the time difference. I've gotten really good at that. It's like GeoGuessr, right? You spend enough time in GeoGuessr, and eventually you get really good at figuring out other countries just based on arbitrary things.
Don't shoot.
I'm friendly, just passing through, not looting anything. No issues so far today. Dex, welcome in. I love that Bubble officially has latched on to the new nickname Pokedex. So we are going to humbly request that you change your name on YouTube to Pokedex to reflect your new status. Boom! Absolutely not. I think you should consider it. There are a lot of enemies down here. Holy cow, this extract is bloody.
Don't shoot.
All right, we're gonna hide. I'm not even wasting thought on that. You know, people were talking about Steve Jobs' black turtleneck again yesterday, and how he always wore the black turtleneck, so he never had to waste any thought on what he was gonna wear for that day. And the older I get, the more I kind of believe in that like maybe I should just wear the same shirt every single day, like buy 10 of the same shirt and never have to think about what I'm going to wear again. I don't think it'll actually free up that much brain power, but you know, I think it's a good idea. What games do you have on Steam? Oh man, I'm one of those people that my Steam library is larger than I will ever get to get through in one lifetime. You know, I've got Helldivers, I've got Arc Raiders, I've got 1,000 small little games that I got from like Humble Bundle. I have so many Steam games. Today, I said this earlier, but no one was here. He's talking to no one. I got to try, this is a new pumpkin spice latte, zero sugar coffee additive, and it is disgusting. Coffee should not taste like pumpkin spice. I understand that people love like Starbucks pumpkin spice latte, but that has like a lot of milk in it and like other things like that to kind of make it a little more bearable. This is just an absolute no from me. All right, we got that. We got that. Ooh, my rubber duckies. All right, so I have rubber ducks over here. You can see I have 8 rubber ducks. The reason I've been collecting these is allegedly, if you collect enough rubber ducks when you go to your bedroom, you can see I have my rubber ducks all back here. So apparently some of the items you collect in the game will show up back here. So you can see I've got a portable TV and I've got 7 rubber duckies hanging out in the background. The waffles in the background look really tasty. I love this background. I commissioned this because I know every big popular good streamer has like a really pretty background, right? Like they have like the studio perfect, like, oh, here's the bookshelf, here's some anime dolls, here's some manga. I am far too messy and disorganized of a person to make that actually work for me. So I just went with a green screen background. That way I don't have to clean the back of my room, because it It is far too messy. Maybe when I move, maybe when I get a new house and I can have a space just for streaming, I will do that. But in the meantime, I am far too messy of a person to actually make that work. So I make do with this. And I love having this background. So huge fan of that. All right, we're night raiding again. We are looking for... Ooh, did we spawned actually? No, I was going to say we spawned in a good place. This isn't even the map I wanted to be on. That's rough. You know, you're not the first. There's quite a few people who think, because again, streamers have like these perfect backgrounds, right? So like, it's not completely unheard of to have a streamer who has a really big and interesting background. So, you're not the first person to think that this was real, but it is not. I am nowhere near clean and organized enough to make a background actually look like this. Not to mention like the money, like those, like there's lights. You can buy like those honeycomb streamer lights. You could make this background using those lights, but those honeycomb streamer lights are like $100 a pop. So you would need what, like $5,000 worth of those honeycomb lights just to make the background start to exist. Like there's no way I'm dropping that much money on streamer lights. Like right now I'm struggling with buying a microphone for my camera because I want to do some I want to record some bird calls, because I'm that kind of old person. I love birds, and it's $300 for the quality microphone I want. Even that, I'm like, you know how many hungry people I could feed for $300? And like, this last week, my wife and I put up an ad saying that we were going to buy Christmas for someone, and we got so many people who reached out like, hey, you know, I could really use that blessing for you to help me buy Christmas presents for my kids this year. So like spending $300 on myself when I have tons of people right now saying like, hey, my kids are going to go without Christmas, can you help me? It's so hard to spend money on myself. I made a waffle this past week and never again. Did you make a waffle or did you make a protein waffle? Because protein waffles are all the rage right now. You can get an Eggo protein waffle, and apparently they're delicious and filling. So maybe you just made the waffles wrong, Pokedex. Have you considered a skill issue? Protein has definitely become such a buzz. I know we've talked about this before. Bubbles here just in time for me to repeat myself, talking about the protein waffles, protein ice cream, protein bars, protein everything. See, Dex, it's sticking. It's sticking. Sometimes we have to accept. It's time to pray the prayer, Dex, to change the things I can and have the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. This is one of those things you cannot change. We need to find out where Dex works so we can call his workplace and say, hey, you should call him this. Because once they start calling him at work, you know, that's your nickname at work sticks forever, right? So I'll share my nickname. My grandpa gave us all great nicknames. God rest his soul. Playing Dying Light the Beast. I do want to play Dying Light the Beast. I've heard some great things about the Beast, so I will be playing Dying Light the Beast at some point. I don't know when. Honestly, the next game I want to buy, it seems kind of like a waste of money, which is why I haven't bought it yet. But right now, for $40, there is a new Beyblade game that looks kind of cool, and I hate to say it, but I kind of want to play the Beyblade game. So that is next on the list right now, is the Beyblade game. But I do want to play Dying Light the Beast. But my grandpa used to call me Scoops. Alright, Spider-Man, see you next time. Thanks for hanging out, thanks for subbing, and thanks for making my morning. So that was my nickname for the longest time was Scoops. Alright, Spider. Oh, he angry. The Spider is big angry. Oh, and I didn't think he could hit me. He can hit me. Okay, this is a fair fight. We can hit each other. Is there a window over here where I can see him maybe? Let's get that out of the way. Yes, okay. He'll never expect this. Welcome back, Spider-Man. We're still fighting a spider, so... Ooh! He's got good aim. Holy cow. That was shot with vindication. That was mean. Welcome back, Ben. Your phone glitched. I'll be leaving shortly for Pokemon news. Is there a Poka news thing today? Are they doing a Pokemon Presents? I was not aware of that. Can he call you Spidey? We can call you Spidey, definitely. Alright, let's try and trick this thing. Shot with Vin Diesel? The only thing I know about Vin Diesel is that he plays Dungeons and Dragons, and I think that's pretty cool. Did we get it? I think we got it. Waffles, you read my comment about Dex. I didn't. What we should doing is now that we got Bully Dex and changing his name back to Dex, we should start calling him Ty. A classic. A very good classic. Keep him on our toes. Keep him guessing. You never know what comes next. Woo! That guy blew himself up running at me. All right. To the victor go the spoils. Let us loot our delicious, delicious loot. How did it live through that? That thing just took a grenade to the face. My dude. This thing is like the alpha wasp. The difference between me and most people is I know Vin Diesel from a movie called The Pacifier and Riddick, and everyone else knows him from The Fast and the Furious. Waffles fun fact, I have never seen The Fast and the Furious, but the hilarious thing about The Fast and the Furious is it is so old now. The first Fast and Furious movie is about pulling off a heist, stealing VCRs. That is how old Fast and Furious is, that when they made the first movie, stealing VCRs was a viable heist for a movie. If that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what will. One day I will watch. I heard someone. I really want to watch the Fast and the Furious now because someone said that the Fast and the Furious is a superhero movie. And if you watch it as a superhero movie, you will enjoy it a lot more. It's just their superhero powers are car-based. So if you go in watching it understanding that it is car-based superheroes, you will have a whole lot more fun with the movie. And now I really want to watch it and see if that's true. Is it really car-based superheroes? because that sounds ridiculous and fun. I use diesel in my car. Fun waffle fact. One of the vehicles that I would love to have someday is an old 1980s Volkswagen Rabbit that runs on diesel. Allegedly, those things are absolutely unstoppable, cute little powerhouses that can get like 30 miles to the gallon on those diesel engines. The best was the American Dad episode where they made a script. That was where they found the script and they had to take out all the unmentionable parts. Yeah, I remember that. That was a good one. That American Dad was always better than Family Guy. I'm going to stand by that 100%. American Dad was just always so much better than Family Guy. Alright, I saw someone down here. Hey, I'm friendly. I'm just looking for a quest.
Don't shoot.
We're gonna tell them we're friendly. Okay, we're on the same page here.
Don't shoot.
I'm coming in. I'm just looking for a quest thing. We're putting a lot of trust in a stranger here. I am PK. Good morning. My favorite was always Futurama. Futurama, without a doubt, Futurama is top 5 best animated show ever made. Granted, once it got like canceled and it got a bunch of revivals and canceled and revivals, it definitely lost its quality, and the latest Hulu revival is not good at all. But the first couple seasons was absolutely incredible TV. And like the writing staff, the people who wrote Futurama had so many degrees. There's so many layers of like funny things in the show and background of the show, and like some of the comments they make are brilliant. How's everything going today, Mr. Waffles? It is a good day. We are 1 week away from the holidays. Due to the holidays, I have a short week next week. I only have to work 2.25 of a day, which is excellent. My parents just sent me this morning their D&D classes. I'm going to play Dungeons and Dragons with my parents. That's going to be a blast. My dad wants to be a rogue, and my mom wants to be either a bard or a wizard, which I did not expect that at all. I thought my dad was going to be a paladin and my mom was going to be a druid, so that'll be really interesting. Alright, we got the stuff. Now we need to get out alive. I'm coming down. I'm still friendly. I'm just doing a quest. Luckily, I don't think... Oh. Friendly. I'm right behind you. I'm friendly.
Hey, don't shoot.
I don't think my... This is going to be the fun part about playing Dungeons & Dragons with my parents who've never really played Dungeons & Dragons before. Means that they're not bound by tropes, so we're not going to have to worry about overly tropey characters, I don't feel like, because they don't have any preconceived notions. Thank you. I like this. This is a Boston Scally hat. It's called the Scarecrow. It is stitched together like a scarecrow. I love it. Although, I did have to explain to my parents, when one of my uncles, needed to go into
Hey, don't shoot.
an assisted living situation. They were cleaning out some of his stuff, and we found his Dungeons & Dragons characters, and all of his D&D characters were female elf wizards, and I had to explain to my parents why a middle-aged man might wish to play as a hot elven sorceress and that was a real awkward conversation. There is a certain kind of person who wants to play as the bodacious elven babe wizards from 1980s Dungeons and Dragons. Have them download the D&D Beyond app for their character sheets. So, really, dude? Really? I was friendly. The other guy started it. He's coming around. He's coming around. He's hiding. He's reloading. Get him. He's coming around. He's coming around the long way. He's behind you. Good job. Thank you. Oh no, he got me right as the thing was going. Man, that's some real scumbag moves right there. Like, he can't loot me. The match is over. So he killed me for the pure fun of making sure that I didn't get any loot. Like, what a scumbag move to say, you know what? I just want to ensure you don't get any loot. Man, what a huge bummer. And now I lose that quest. I have to redo that whole quest. I lost my grenade launcher. I lost everything. And that right there is why when people say, do you recommend the game? I don't know, because we just wasted half an hour on that. We just lost everything. Huge bummer. Huge bummer. What was the most challenging thing in your career? The most challenging thing in my career is I used to work for a horrible, toxic, terrible place called Wells Fargo, which is a bank in the USA. Absolutely horrid place. Never worked there. Disgusting, horrible business practices. And they loaded me with so much work and so much pressure that I literally got an anxiety disorder from working at that absolutely abysmal place. So that for sure was the most challenging thing in my career, was overcoming a new anxiety disorder from working at such a horrible, horrible place. It is one of the things that, like, someday I am on take it easy, Ben. See you next time. Someday I want to write a book about how horrible my experiences at Wells Fargo was, and how they gave me an anxiety and panic disorder with their terrible business practices and all the horrible things they do. Like, there was a reason that they got sued left and right. Every single year they got lawsuits for all the terrible things that they were doing, and they deserve every one of those lawsuits and all of the negative press that came from it. What made you start streaming? There was a few things that really made me start streaming, but honestly the biggest thing that got me into the streaming game was when I became Catholic and I was going through the OCIA process and learning about my faith and God, I really felt a calling to go out and share that with other people. And so when I started my stream, my whole goal for my stream was to reach people who otherwise wouldn't hear the good news, because there's so many preachers I disagree with, right? I'm not saying they're wrong, I'm not saying they're evil, but is it really all that effective to stand out on a street corner and tell people that you're going to hell, you're evil, God hates you? Like, does it really do anything for anyone to experience that? And the answer, I truly think, is no. So I thought, if I could make a stream where people felt welcome and we could just have real, casual, good conversation, not just about God, but about life, about video games, about art, about everything, and they could see that not all of us are these weirdos out preaching on street corners about hell and damnation. Maybe I could reach people in an authentic way and they would say, wow, I really like this Waffles guy. You know, I see that he has a happy life, a happy wife. I see that he has a house. I see that he has this peace about him and this joy and serenity. I want some of that. How can I get me some of that? And then have an honest conversation around there is a way to obtain that, and you obtain that through, and then have those conversations. I thought that could be my calling, is to help people in that way. So that is why I started streaming. So I try not to sit up here and, you know, I'm not preaching every single day. I'm not out here doing that. I just play video games and have honest, good conversations with people. And when the opportunity arises where we have a good and honest conversation about God, we will. And that is my entire approach. We talk about pro wrestling. Yes, Dex was talking about pro wrestling last night, and there was we were talking about masked wrestling. I really want to watch more lucha wrestling. Like, I really like watching the lucha wrestling and spreading horrible opinions. Yes, we do. We do have absolutely horrible opinions here as well. That is a absolute fact. We like our horrible opinions. All right, let's craft. Make up for all the stuff we lost. Need some bandages. Can't believe we finally ended our run due to that. Let's see, we don't need any of those. Don't need any of those. We'll make one of those. Alright, as for a weapon, I'd really like to get my anvil back. The anvil is by far the best weapon, and now I've lost my anvil, which is awful. So I guess we gotta go anvil hunting. How many times can I say anvil in one? Electrified husks, night raids. We're gonna go to the buried city. I know there's a couple places here where I can find what we're looking for. So let's grab our El Toro, let's grab a Pharaoh, and let's go anvil hunting. And we will attach that and that. Alright, here we go. How long's the stream? I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 5 a.m. Pacific time until 6:30 Pacific time. So I only have an hour and a half in the morning to stream, unfortunately, because after that I go and do chores. I gotta go wash dishes, then I work, and then I go work out, and then work. The unfortunate thing is, I was talking about doing this as a labor of love, right? So I wake up at around 4:30 a.m. Pacific time. I stream from 5 to 6:30, or I'm making videos, It is 6 a.m. Pacific time, so we only got about half an hour more. And then I work a 10-hour shift, and then by the end of the day, I have about 1 hour to spend with Emmy, do dinner, and then it's bedtime. So like my days are about 13 to 14 hour work days, like all day long. And then on weekends, I go do my third job, which is photography. I am a photographer, so I go out and do that. So I work way, way, way too much. I'm expecting a 5-hour stream on Black Friday. Only if you participate in my Black Friday sales. I'll be selling stickers. I do plan on streaming. I might even stream for Thanksgiving, honestly. You know, we got plans, but the plans are later in the day, so we might be able to have a nice Thanksgiving stream early in the morning. So occasionally for holidays, we'll do something special. We'll do a special stream. Still can't believe that guy shot me. I crouched and everything, you know? I showed him I was friendly. We could have all walked away with our loot, and now all that loot is lost to the ages because someone decided to get greedy. All that greed for nothing. I hear gunshots. Where is that coming from? Someone's up here.
Hey, don't shoot!
Wow, that was embarrassing. Missed those 2 shots. That was real embarrassing. You should do a stream about your daily schedule. Alright, well this is already taken, so we're not gonna risk dying again, so. And that's why I talk about, like, I encourage everyone to stream, because I think it's fun. I think lots of people should, but like, if you want to have any chance, it requires so much work, so much dedication to it that, you know, if you just randomly stream here and there, your chances of making it go down so much. Does he see me or does he see someone else? Alright, looks like he's looking at someone else, so let's go over here.
What's up, buddy? Don't shoot!
Hello, just searching for things.
Yeah, I'm about to go do quest.
The next thing I really hope to stream is I just got message back from Seek Conference that I am going to be talking to their social media manager about maybe getting to go to Seek and cover that. That would be an amazing stream to do. Seek Conference is the largest Catholic conference where they have a bunch of great Catholic authors come and talk and some inspirational stuff and all that. So I really hope I get to go do that. I would absolutely love to get to go do Seek Conference. Why is my gun not shooting? Great, it glitched. Short video just announced a mega that I'm honestly surprised. I'm glad they're still making content for it, but you know, maybe if they release 5 years of new content in the DLC, it'll almost really be a real game, but until that point, I stand by that Legends ZA was a massive disappointment. If he goes to this conference, he wants me to go to the weirdest city in my state to meet him. You should come meet You could officially be the first person to come to a Waffles meet and greet. How cool is that? Is my controller just busted? Like, is it... It looks like it's just my controller's not reacting. There we go. You can go to the record store with you? I don't see why not. Could look for some Insane Clown Posse albums, some classic vinyl clowns, some good stuff, some good music. Which I know this is gonna real upset Dex if we're gonna bring this back up. I was listening to Spotify, and Spotify brought up some information about the artist I was listening to, and I was listening to some Christmas music, and it was Frank Sinatra, and I found out that Frank Sinatra is not African American, and I, for some reason, always thought Frank Sinatra was. So that was really interesting to learn. And then, as always, Dex called me an idiot for thinking that. I'm starting to think it's a Mandela effect, though. Like, I'm starting to think that maybe this is like Mandela effect level stuff, and maybe I'm not an idiot. Maybe it's one of those Mandela effect things. He's Italian. I have no idea. Apparently, African American is not the right answer, though. We know that now. I know nothing else about him. Well, actually, I take that back. He was a part of the Rat Pack. I learned that from Family Guy, that he was a part of the Rat Pack with some other guys like Sammy Hagar, and he's from New Jersey. Jason's back. Welcome. Press X to Jason. Have you ever played Heavy Rain? When people call you Jason, do they ever do that? Like, Jason, press X to Jason. That's a classic. That's a certified classic meme right there. What graphics card do you have? I am playing on a 4090. And hopefully I will upgrade to a 6090 when that series comes out. I'm skipping the 50 series, but I will upgrade to a 60 series. It's an NVIDIA 4090. Not on the mask. Look you better. Not sure I understand. I invested more money than I probably should have into my PC to make an ultimate stream machine. But as Bubble and Dex will both certified, I wrestled with it for a long time, spending that amount of money on making a certified stream machine. What CPU? I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure it's a i9 15K series. Let me put it this way. When I purchased the PC, it was a $4,000 PC. It had all the top of the line, most expensive parts when it came out. Like, it was a serious monster of a machine. And I say was because as is tradition, it immediately became out of date, and now it's quote mid by streamer standards because it doesn't have the 5090 in it or 1,000 gigs of RAM. My PC still smells like smoke. Now, it looks like someone beat me to this. The hospital's already been looted. You know, it's weird. If you're referring to the video I made about the Pokemon scalpers while I was wearing a mask, it's weird how many people get upset about the mask thing. I think you're referring to when I was wearing the other masks for showing off my various mask collection. But I made a video about some Pokemon scalpers. I was wearing a mask in my car because I'd just gotten out of the store. I was just making a quick video. And the amount of people who came out of the woodwork to be upset about, oh, why are you wearing a mask in your car? You're a soy boy. You're a moron. Like the amount of people who took it as a personal offense that I was wearing a mask boggles my mind how upset they were over something that literally doesn't impact them. No Xbox, no PC, only mobile. Okay, I am a fan of mobile gaming. There is a couple good mobile games that came out. One that just came out, if you haven't seen, there is Deep Rock Galactic Survivors just came out, which is a Vampire Survivors clone. That is very good. I highly recommend that game. Another good freemium game is Umamasume the Pretty Derby. That is a pretty fun game, and you don't have to pay for it. I also appreciate that the game is not overly sexualized, especially for an anime game. I'm sad you have to go soon. Well, the good news is, since you just started watching, you've got 5 years of Waffles backlog. So if you really want more Waffles, there is a lot more. There is a lot more Waffles to watch. You got a lot to catch up on. So those are my two favorite mobile games right now: is Umamasume and Deep Rock Galactic. Give them a try. Hearthstone is also pretty fun on mobile, the World of Warcraft card game, but like, I can't stand their scummy business practices with it. The releasing a new expansion every month or every 2 months to sell people hundreds of dollars of virtual cards that will only be usable for a few months is just absolutely abhorrent consumer wise. So I really, in good conscience, I cannot recommend Hearthstone. I love your stories. I love telling stories. I have always, that's the whole reason I play Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like I love telling stories. I love being a storyteller. It is my favorite thing. Anime is too horny. I agree with that. I enjoyed Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online was it was a fun start. The first like 10 episodes were super fun, and then it got into this really weird thing with Azuna and their quote child, where it was just like, oh daddy, ooh ooh, can I eat some hot sauce please? And it got so weird so fast. And like, I love My Hero Academia. We talk about My Hero Academia all the time, but the unnecessary stuff in there is too much for me. Before you go, can you tell us a cool story? What kind of cool story? Like an experience. All right. A cool experience story. A really cool experience I had that I actually captured on camera is there is a little local park next to us, and I always go to this park to test out drones and test out RC cars. Like, it's a perfect little loop for a quick walk, for doing photos, for running RC cars, doing all those sort of things. So I decided I wanted to record a video while walking there and talking, just as like a casual walk and talk sort of experience. So I start recording this video, and I'm walking and I'm talking about how good God is, how great God is, and having a good time. And as I'm walking with my camera equipment, a giant great horned owl appears out of nowhere, and he's just sitting in this tree, and he sat still for me, and I caught like the reaction live on camera of seeing this huge great horned owl. I absolutely loved this dude. Let me see. I have a picture. The pictures aren't the great. The one downside to this story is that he came when I had the wrong camera lens on and the wrong camera gear, so I didn't get like the greatest pictures of him because I had the wrong gear on. For the next month after that, I went back like once a week with the right camera gear trying to find him again, and I could not find that owl again. But he was such a cool dude. Let me see if I can find the photo of him. Again, it's not a great, like, groundbreaking photo, but was such a cool experience to just be walking and talking about the beauty and wonder of God, and then boom, there's this really cool owl that pops out of nowhere, right? Like, let's see. I have 9,000 photos in my photo log here, so, you know, it's a little tough to find photos in here, but I might be able to pull it up. Give me like 30 seconds. I bet I can find it in here. I have way too many photos. See, there's dogs, there's birds, there's weddings. Where did the owl go? I have a lot of owl photos. You would not believe how many owls I have seen. I love looking at owls. See, random dogs. I go to the dog park a lot and take pictures of people's dogs for them. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of really interesting dogs that way. Oh, let's see. Cats, dogs. Pretty sure I've gone too far back now. See, this is why I need to like rate my photos so that they actually like pop up in some sort of order so that I can find them, because it's really hard to find anything in here. Here we go. There you go. There is the terrible shot of the really cool owl that I was just walking and saw this dude hanging out here. But if you want a better owl photo, check out this dude. Oh. This owl is named Omen, and this owl is named Gremlin. Look at this. This owl is a cool owl. So there's some cool owl photos for you all. I'm also really proud of this picture. I really love the framing, like the red leaves, the natural framing you have of this photo. Like, I really like this photo. One of my favorites recently. We were out at a protest. We got to see a lot of really cool, like I love this photo. I still need to do some work on it, straighten this one out a little bit more, but I love wrapped in the flag, fighting against the establishment. I love that one. So this is just a few of my favorite photos. So this is one of my true passions is photography. Love this old dude. And then I got to cover I went to this thing called the Rosary Bowl where we get to go to a mass and celebrate the mass, and I got some cool shots of, like, look at that Eucharist. That one. This one. I especially love this one, the gold. The gold really stands out on this one. Here you have all the knights with their swords as Jesus gets presented through. You have all the knights around Mary. So I love photography. So I could show off photos for days. My favorite thing though is squirrels. I absolutely love taking pictures of squirrels. Squirrels are one of my favorite things in the world. So there's some absolutely adorable squirrels. And then here is my losing photo I submitted to the state fair to win best photography for the state fair, and this photo did not even place. This is probably one of my favorite photos I've ever taken, and it was wasted on the state fair. I truly believe this one deserved to win. Just the detail, the beauty, the lighting. I absolutely loved this jellyfish. But sadly, I don't get to choose winners and losers. All right. Well, it is time for me to get up and go do chores. As promised, it is the end of the stream. So let's end with our prayer as always. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for this blessed day, and thank you for all that you do for us. Today we continue to pray for all the victims of war, all the victims of poverty, all the victims of starvation. Lord, help to provide for those who are suffering. We pray for vocations, all the people considering the priesthood, the nunneries, monastic life. Lord, help to guide them to where they are most needed in life. We pray for all the people considering the vocation of marriage, that they may respect the sanctity of marriage, that they may go into a marriage with a wonderful, fruitful bond that brings them closer to you. We pray for all the people who don't have enough. Lord, help us to recognize the needs in our community and help those people. And finally, we pray for all the souls in purgatory, all the souls who've been forgotten, all the souls who have no one left to pray for them. Lord, help them. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone, that is it for me. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for praying with me. Spidey, you made it an amazing morning. Thank you for hanging out with me when you were the only one watching. Like I said, it truly does make my day. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Go and have a blessed day, and I will see you again on Friday.